Hey guys, and welcome to this week's edition of Charged Up News, a quick roundup of EV stories from around the globe. Today's show will include more details about Pininfarina's upcoming hypercar, a surprise mini SUV from Renault, fantastic news regarding EV growth around the world, and this quirky looking three-wheeler from Meccanica. But first up on the show, Lucid Motors has entered a preliminary agreement with Electrify America to provide Lucid Motors a nationwide charging plan. By the end of June 2019, Electrify America will install or have under construction over 2,000 DC ultra-fast chargers at nearly 500 sites in metropolitan and highway locations across 17 major cities. With charging rates up to 350 kilowatts, it will tie in nicely with the anticipated production start date of the Lucid Air for 2020. Electrify America is investing $2 billion over 10 years in zero-emission vehicle infrastructure, as well as education and awareness initiatives. Interestingly, Electrify America is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Volkswagen Group in America. BMW has once again increased the range of their i3 with a new generation of high-voltage batteries. Increasing the cell capacity to 120 amp hours has increased the overall pack size to 42.2 kilowatt hours. This should lead to a minimum range of about 260 kilometers in everyday use. This is a great comparison to show how the energy density of modern batteries has improved. Launched in 2013 with a 22.6 kilowatt hour pack, the third generation i3 has almost twice the capacity while the physical size of the battery is unchanged. I personally love the look of the i3 from the front and the back, but the side profile still bothers me. Hopefully in the next update, BMW will clean up this part of the design. Pininfarina, the Italian design company, famous for their designs of the Enzo, the F430 and the Maserati Gran Turismo, as well as high-speed trains, buses, trams, aeroplanes and private jets, has revealed more details about their upcoming electric hypercar, the PF0. Pininfarina will partner with Rimac, the makers of the C2, a pure electric GT hypercar capable of sub 2 second 0 to 100 km per hour times, nearly 2,000 kilowatts of power, and a top speed in excess of 400 km per hour. These put the PF0 in the same performance territory as the upcoming Tesla Roadster, though the price, rumoured to be around $2 million, is a little more than Tesla's anticipated $200,000. In news coming from France, Renault has outlined their new strategic plan, Drive the Future, with the company's continued electrification of its range and new affordable urban vehicle in 2019. The new K-ZE is a punchy-looking mini SUV, which to me looks like the love child of the Zoe and perhaps the new Audi e-tron. Capable of at least 250 kilometers of range, it will initially be launched in China, the largest and fastest growing market for electric vehicles, before coming to the European market. Being early pioneers in the electric transport revolution has put Renault a little out of step with some of the new offerings from Hyundai and Kia with their 400 to 500 kilometer range, but perhaps that will turn around with the confirmation of a 2020 product refresh. Now I have to admit, I have never heard of the company Meccanica. Started in Italy in 1959 under the Meccanica brand and building custom sports cars, the company has since moved to North America, building Porsche replicas in the 70s and 80s. But in 2012, the company changed direction and began work on a project that would eventually become the Electromeccanica Solo. With a similar three-wheel design to the Corbin Sparrow, the Solo will have a range of 160 kilometers, a 0 to 100 time of 8 seconds, a top speed of 130 kilometers per hour, and an anticipated price of just $15,500 US. In news this week, they have entered the final stages in their production line setup and plan to manufacture 75,000 Solos over the next 3 years. Although quite bizarre looking, this could be a lot of fun to drive around town. According to EVvolumes.com, the electric vehicle world sales database, 2018 is going to be another fantastic year for plug-ins. In the first half of the year, 783,000 units were delivered, a gain of 66% over the same period last year. The prediction is that global sales will surpass 2 million vehicles this year, a 64% increase over the 2017 result. Now, while it's fantastic that EV sales are ramping up all over the world, sometimes it doesn't make sense to actually own a car. Which leads to our next story from Paris and Renault and the launch of the Move in Paris app. The app will provide access to 100 electric Renault Zoes and 20 Twizzys, and the reservation process is simple. You locate a vehicle nearby, reserve it via the app, and then have 15 minutes to access and connect to the vehicle via Bluetooth. You then just use the car as you need and leave it in an authorised location without the worry of parking or charging. Renault is then responsible for recharging, cleaning and repositioning of all of the vehicles. Supposedly 90% of cars are parked on the street for 90% of the time, so in big cities these kind of programs make a lot of sense. Our last story this week comes from Audi and their agreement to supply the Virgin Racing Formula E team with their newly developed e-tron FE05. When the new season starts on December the 15th, there will be 4 drivers on the grid using Audi's technology. 2 from Virgin Racing and 2 from Audi's own factory team. Audi's previous model in the 4th season of the Formula E Championship was the most efficient car in many races, resulting in winning the team championship. One of the interesting regulations of the Formula E series is the requirement of manufacturers to make the complete car, including its powertrain, technology and related support, available to other teams for a defined price. One of my best childhood memories was going to the Adelaide Formula 1 Grand Prix in 1985 and getting to see Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost and Nigel Mansell screaming around the track, and so I just cannot wait to get to see the Formula E in person. So thanks for tuning into the show. If you'd like to keep up to date with the latest EV news and you're not subscribed already, then hit the subscribe button and I will catch you on the next one.